Okay. You know what? I was gonna do some articles, but we're already at, time basically, or at like the 2 hour mark. So I'm just gonna instead just scroll through X, see if we can find anything to rot our brain a little bit with. Hopefully something fun or some fun things. Oh, is there another one of these videos? Wait a second. Okay, wait. I'm gonna watch this.
Kept their alliance with Marxism, and the problem with that is that if you're a human being, you have to act in the world because otherwise you suffer miserably and then you die.
Whenever I'm watching like a new trailer on my stream and there's, oh my god, there's a fucking black person. Oh my god, there's a woman.
Oh no.
Your body.
I'm scared.
My choice.
Ew. Gross.
Fucking pronouns!
Pronouns!
Fucking gender ambiguity!
I want these people to suffer because that's what they did to me. Get rid of them.
The will of man's heart is towards evil from
Oh
his
my god.
It
Oh.
drives up, what goes around. Yep, what goes around comes around. And we're coming. Non-incel attitude. Well, I guess I'm an incel. And I think everybody else should be.
All of us today, work spot. If slavery never existed at all across the globe.
There were undoubtedly many nice slave sounds.
See, many people don't know this, but that's what happened to me a couple weeks ago. That's why I started doing this. That's why except like the commie version of that. I don't know. That was pretty funny. I gotta watch that. I think that AAMON guy, if I remember correctly, he was the same guy who did the animation of like I think like H3 or something, like the decay of Ethan Klein or something. But he's really good at animating, especially that creepy shit. Like I love that. That's awesome. I'll have to I'll have to check that out. If I can find that for tomorrow or something, if there's a full video, then we'll watch that tomorrow. But whoa. Okay, APAC tracker. APAC and their allies have now spent greater than $9 million supporting Laura Fine and attacking her opponents. Kat Abughazaleh is the only leading candidate in Illinois' ninth district rejecting the Israel lobby outright. Yeah. I mean, you can just tell how much they're scared of her by how much they're donating and trying to get her to lose. So that's a good enough reason to vote for her if you live up in that crazy ass Chicago district that like is like one like this tall but like this wide. Let's see. Uh-oh. This is from Jeremy Scahill. In response to this report today, the White House denounced drop site news as abhorrent and accused us of engaging in America last behavior. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Um, well, maybe they'll go after drop site news. I don't really know. I don't really. They'll whatever they do, it'll be fine. They're good reporters. There'll always be good reporters regardless of what the media tries to or whatever the Trump administration tries to do. Kneecaps going to Cuba, it sounds like. Bring in, yeah. That's good. Apparently Cuba has completely lost power at this point. It's really sad. I always joke and say like China send oil now or whatever. Like America's too bogged down in Iran. Like you need to just send the fucking oil. I'm not really. I mean, I guess I'm not really joking. Like I do want them to do that, but it's like I don't understand why they're all so fucking scared. Like at the very least just do it covertly or something. Like America is bogged down right now. Like I don't think that you're going to get, you know, like I don't know like is it still is Cuba still fully blockaded? Like I don't really think that we're going to be capable of stopping the oil from getting through. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we still have it completely blockaded. Um, I don't know. It's just really sad. David Hogg, our country literally bombed a fucking school. Yeah, it did. We murdered children for this completely aimless and pointless war. Over 170 people, mostly little girls. I think it was over 225, but murdered by our country. How the fuck did we not know it was a school? Um, but have you considered that not bombing a school full of children would be woke, though, David Hogg? I don't think you've considered that. We're not doing we're not doing that woke shit, like not bombing school children. That was for those pussies in the Bush administration, not us. Oh, okay. The election day in Illinois for Kat Abughazaleh is tomorrow. Okay, everybody, if you're listening, I know I don't have a ton of influence. I know that I'm not, the biggest influencer in the world, but if you are out there and you do live in Illinois, the eighth or what was it? The seventh, ninth? Sorry, the ninth district. If you do live in Illinois ninth district, please go vote for Kat if you if you have the proclivity for her. Please don't just sit on the couch. I would really like to get another non-APAC person in Congress. Well, let's see what Owen
This
Wilson
is
says here.
so insane on every level. When will they ever learn? We had
Learn
the killing
what?
fields of Afghanistan, where a 2-decade-long occupation ended with the Taliban stronger than ever. We had the killing fields of Iraq, hundreds of thousands of slaughtered, blood and chaos. We had the killing fields of Libya, which is still a failed state, 2 rival governments, 15 years after the war began. We had Israel's genocide of Gaza, wiped from the face of the earth, much of the world rightly and understandably detesting what the West did to those people. And now we have a war which makes the crime of Iraq look like a supremely well executed act.
Yeah. Well, but Owen, okay, but have you ever considered that uh, that all of those wars significantly enriched the top 1% of our country, the Epstein class? They all got really, really fucking rich off of all that shit. Have you ever considered that, Owen? Because they did. Like the Epstein class made out like fucking bandits on each of those wars, and they'll probably make out like bandits on this war too. I mean, maybe we'll see. Only if America like truly fucks up and like it's an like just obvious loss or whatever. Um, will that not be the case? But I kind of have the feeling like they're gonna make out like bandits on this war too.
Acts of
But
genius
that's why
in
Keir Starmer
comparison.
stayed out of it, right? He in a way,
He hasn't. He hasn't. It's not true, Jeremy. Our British military bases are being used by the Americans to wage their illegal
That's a
war on
bit
Iran. We've
different.
got to stop.
Okay.
It isn't. We've got to stop claiming we're not involved in it. We
Annunciata.
already are.
It's
You
different.
send warships to the Strait of Hormuz, which then become targets for Iran. You are engaging in that.
No, you're not.
Yes,
No,
you are.
yes,
Oh
you
my
are.
word. Britain should absolutely.
Oh my God. I don't know what panel he was on. I'm sure it was, some shitty British channel or whatever with a bunch of freaks, but he is 100% right. You are choosing to engage in the war if you're doing those things. If you're helping Americans target places in Iran or whatever, like you are participating in the war.
Absolutely not bog itself down in yet another US-led quagmire in a illegal war which has plunged the world into chaos.
But we need the oil now.
Because of the US. Yeah, and that's the point. What we should do is focus on the root cause of why it's closed, which is to stop the US and Israel from waging an illegal war against...
You would have all that oil still if Iran or if Israel and America didn't decide to go to war. So, yeah, he's 100% right. I don't know. I don't know this person, so I don't feel comfortable like advocating for them. Sorry. I don't really like to advocate unless I have like a general understanding that I'm not gonna like regret them or whatever. With Kat, I don't think she's gonna turn into some like Kristen cinema type or anything. So I'm pretty comfortable advocating for her. That's true. The genocide of Palestinians has not ended. Israeli soldiers just murdered Ali and Wade Odeh and two of their children while wounding their other two children. Congress can't turn a blind eye to the horrors happening to Palestinians in the West Bank and Gaza. Yeah, I mean it's ongoing and it will like continue going until we cut off all arms to Israel. Every single arm, cut off my arm, their arm, everybody's arms. We got to get rid of all them arms. Oh, that's too long, sorry. Southfield says no to ICE. We do not want an ICE office in Southfield to carry out Trump's deportation machine in our community. Across our country, neighbors are coming together to protect our loved ones and reject this abuse and cruelty. Abolish ICE, yes. We need to get rid of ICE, like now. I know that people think that it's kind of gone away, it's kind of gone on the back burner. Um, and to some extent, they have reduced the like brazen cruelty that they have been engaged in, right? But I assure you that it will come back when it feels right to them, when it feels necessary to them. Um, it'll come back potentially in terms of election interference in 2026 or 2028. I guess this is 2026, but like in the midterms or in 2028. Um, if it doesn't come back then, and if, say, either Democrats get in power and they don't do anything and you get someone worse than Trump the next time, or if Trump just stays in office or whatever, or another Republican comes in, at some point, ICE is going to be used to begin, just crushing all dissent in the country no matter what. That's what they're going to do. So they got to be stopped. Yeah, prosecute them. Prosecute them, prosecute them. Don't throw them in jail, though. Don't throw them in jail for federal crimes, at least, because somebody's just going to come in and pardon them. Um, so either have them executed for treason or deport them themselves to some other fucking country. Like, I think those are your really only two options. Unfortunately, hey, I would have preferred having them in jail, but we don't allow bad people to stay in jail in this country. We always find a way for them to get out of jail. So yeah, I mean, unfortunately, those are really the only two options I see. Anonymous. Oh, is Anonymous going full woke? The embodiment of fragile masculinity. Hegseth is the physical embodiment of watching Starship Troopers and not understanding his satire. Okay, Anonymous. This is a fucking like 2015 era take. Like you gotta, get with the fucking program, dude. If you're listening to me, Anonymous, I swear I am on your side, but like you gotta get your meme game up a little bit. I do kind of like these like not like hacktivist type groups or whatever. I think that's a pretty cool thing to exist in society. Makes me feel like I'm living in like a movie or something, even if they don't have a ton of actual real world impact. Let's see. Dude, Kyle's on one sometimes, man. This is funny. I know that he's probably just reposting or whatever, but that's pretty funny. Oh, Americans, when they hear a group of fish is called a school, and it's a guy just shooting the water, like with a like AR-15 or something. Let's see, let's see. Oh God. Yeah, it says, well, some right-wing slop guy says a top transgender Reddit moderator has deleted his account after being exposed as a convicted child sex offender. Now, first and foremost, I know what they're trying to say is that a top is that a transgender person was convicted of being a child sex offender. But I can't help but read this and think a Reddit moderator, a Reddit moderator was convicted of being a child sex offender, because that doesn't surprise me at all. Like that's what I see as a correlating factor, probably more than the transgender thing. Um, but then Elon Musk says it happened yet again, and then Anonymous says you were begging to go to Epstein Island to fiddle kids, bro. No one gives a fuck what your opinion is on trans people. You're a pedo. That's what matters. That's what people give a fuck about. This is like the actual Anonymous page, right? Or like the actual like yeah, we are anonymous, we are legion. Yeah. So I assume this is actually them or whatever that run this, but sometimes I wonder if it's just some dude on the internet who happened to get that handle or something. I don't really know if I'm supposed to trust these blue check marks or not anymore. I don't even know what a blue check mark for the organization of Anonymous would even mean, to be honest. So that one's just a little confusing to me. Mehdi Hassan. Our fake Democratic Party consultant, Habe Capello, is back with his hilarious plan for the 2023 presidential primaries and a client hunt. Let's see what they have.
The 2028 presidential primary is only 2 years away, so for Democratic consultants like myself, now is the time where we decide which candidate we want to work with based on who we truly believe in.
Let's see.
And who will pay us the most money.
Gruesome Newsom, what's up, big dog? Mayor Pete, or should I say Slayer Pete? Kamala. Yeah, I have 5 minutes.
The number one draft pick is obviously Gavin Newsom because he looks like the guy who plays the president in a movie.
Well,
Great thing about Newsom is he
looks like the guy who plays. He looks like Patrick Bateman. Like that's why. He looks like he's gonna, take his little skin peely suit or skin thing off and go out and like. I actually haven't seen that movie. I'm gonna be honest. That's or not Patrick Bateman. Is it Patrick? Is he the American Psycho or whatever? I forgot. But that's a movie that I actually haven't seen, so.
Because he looks like the guy who plays the president in a movie. Great thing about Newsom is he presents as a progressive, but that guy is a centrist. Yeah. He's against a billionaire tax. He doesn't want to abolish ICE. True. He's willing to throw trans people under the bus, and boy, oh boy, does he love getting rid of homeless people. And then on the other side of the party, we have AOC, which I don't love. She's always talking about the working class, and I'm like, we're Democrats. We haven't talked about the working class since the 1970s.
That's true.
Pete Buttigieg is any...
That's true. She can't, from a Democratic consultant perspective, she is no bueno.
Consultant's dream, because he himself was a McKinsey consultant. He's so malleable that you can just show him a poll and he will instantly adopt it as if it were his own beliefs. I remember in 2019 when Pete came up with his healthcare plan of Medicare for all who want it, and I thought, that is a guy who knows how to thread the needle for what is best for regular Americans and healthcare company shareholders. Being a Democratic consultant is the best job in the world, because every time my candidate loses, they have to rehire me to find out why they lost. If I knew how to win, I wouldn't have a job anymore. Kamala Harris is the toughest consideration, because we now know...
By the way, these people, I mean, obviously this is parody or whatever, but the actual Democratic consultants or whatever need to be thrown in a lake of fire. Like, they need to get the fuck out of here. It doesn't have to be that severe or whatever, but... I always say, if you want to know, this is the craziest thing. If you want to know how to win elections, here's the answer. And I just look to Mayor Mamdani, okay? Ask people what they want, and then tell them how you will give them what they want. I know this is really complicated to the Democrats. For some reason, they cannot get this through their thick fucking skulls. Ask people what they want, and then tell them how you will give them what they want. And then follow through on giving them what they want. That's literally all it is. And then you don't have to hire these people. In fact, hire me, and I will play this video, this stream, or I'll play this clip for them, and then I will charge them $10,000 or whatever per time they want me to play that little clip for them. And they'll get a lot more bang for their buck that way.
That her support for Israel's genocide in Gaza may have cost her the 2024 election. So the voter in me is saying,
That's what I was
can't
saying.
support a candidate who enabled a genocide, but the consultant in me is saying, I want to work with any candidate who's that dedicated to winning. So she lost. Josh Shapiro has a real chance too. He remains a staunch supporter of Israel, even though poll after poll shows support for Israel declining among
Fuck
Democrats. And last year he said, I don't waffle or waver because of what the polling said. So like most Democrats, he's
gonna get fucked. If he tries to run in a primary, he's gonna get fucked, dude. You cannot be pro-Israel in like the year of our Lord 2026.
showing that he can ignore what voters want. J.B. Pritzker will be an interesting test case to find out how much Americans actually hate billionaires. But my thinking is the only thing that can stop a bad billionaire is a good billionaire. Just like guns.
Yeah.
People say that Cory Booker is a lost cause because all he does is talk, and talk is cheap. But I'm like, this is America. We love it when things are cheap. Keep an eye on John Ossoff this cycle. Ask yourself this: how is it that a young, tall, handsome United States senator has made basically zero impression on national politics in his 5 years in office? Because he's calculating the exact right time, the exact right place to say or do anything that he actually believes in. And that is...
Has he tried Neat's goatee though? I feel like that could be like, I don't know if we've seen it in a while. I don't know if we've ever seen it. A presidential candidate with a goatee. Maybe we have. I don't know. I don't know every presidential candidate, but that was a funny little video. I like that. I think that's a good enough one to end on. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call it.